Sitaram, Namaste, Salam Alaikum, Bandagi Sahib, and everything else that I didn't mention. And welcome to The Curry Stew, the Chutney podcast. Yes, it's been a while, but we are here to bring you another edition of the big podcast that everybody loves.
That's right, because I actually had a chance to meet a couple of people, and they were asking me, "Hey, you stop the podcast?" Or I was like, "No. Actually, some stuff was done already, and I just haven't had the time to package it as yet. But then, thanks to you, DJ Big Daddy, we have a chance to now record a brand new episode. This one will be episode 9.
Yeah, it was a very I don't want to say tough, but it was a demanding season for both of us, and in different respects, from different points of view, and from our different schedules and everything else. We had a lot more additions to my personal schedule with what I have to do, so that just totally kind of like threw us off with trying to plan one of these podcasts and sit down and actually do it and devote the time and everything else. I know it is not, it's not as simple just say, all right, let me do a podcast. Let me just sit on here and do a podcast. It doesn't work like that, people. You really have to kind of plan out your schedule, both personal again, and what you do in terms of work.
Yeah, that's right, because I actually have a lot of work to do. But
Nice.
yes, so between now and then, I have to look after all of those visuals.
Yeah, well, anyway, it comes out looking really, really good, as always. I've seen so much of your work, and it's just on point all the time. So I know the kind of effort and energy that you have to expend behind something like that.
Thank you very much. Actually, I just want to make a quick mention of a show that I did over Carnival. I actually did the Nadia Basson art form
Oh,
concert.
nice.
That
Nice.
was so cool. That show itself, like, you understand what a show is going to be like for the most part by the people that are around you. So where I work
Yeah.
from usually would be front of house, or like the engineering tent, as you'd call it. So I'm in the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
So there are people, all of the patrons are around you. So you kind of get to hear them. You might get to hear them speaking something or shouting or singing, or you get to look at them then. They're right next to you. And
Right.
it's always amazing to see and learn and get to understand how people react to certain things. So it could be something that the artist says on stage, or it could be even something that the lightsman does, or sometimes it's even something that I put on the screen. And
Right.
it's always really enjoyable to get the kind of feedback from the crowd while you're in the crowd. So then you kind of have an immediate feedback as to if something works or not. Like I've had the experience of putting something kind of comical on screen and having the whole crowd laugh at it then. So I was
Right.
like, was that a good idea or not? But that was like years ago, right?
Yeah.
And that was I still stand by doing it because it made everybody laugh and it made everybody happy in the moment then. So they
that
weren't
wasn't-
laughing at the band. So it
That
wasn't
wasn't
something to
something
laugh
planned.
at anybody. No, it was
Wasn't something
planned.
planned? Okay.
I planned it, and I was like, okay, I'm going to put this up on the screen, and I think it's going to
And the
get
band
a
didn't know.
good reaction.
The
No,
band
they didn't
know.
know. No,
Oh.
they didn't know. And I just put it up, and everybody's like, ah. I was like, okay, cool, right. I was like, okay, so maybe I'll do that again, or maybe not. Okay, I'll see. So I didn't do it after that, though.
Okay.
I don't want to take chances. Yeah, so now
Keston-
I'm very
Keston come up
conscious
and
of
say-
what I put on screen.
Yeah, Keston come up and say, "Whoa, why was everybody laughing? What happened on stage?"
No. They are trusting me.
Right.
Let's move into some more chutneys, man.
Well, we haven't done a show basically for the season, as you, I think, said at the opening, at the start. And, it was a really, I don't want to use the word impressive, but it really kind of somewhat shocked me in a very positive way to know that we actually had a lot of, positives in general with the music that was coming out, the chutney music, the traditional music. I have to start with the traditional music because the traditional songs, we got an abundance of traditional chutney songs, a lot of songs that were playing more than any other year in the last, I would say, 5 to 10 years. Plenty traditional music,
Right.
was not only rotated, but it was just getting a lot of, a lot of requests. A lot of people were asking for it more than ever before, at least more than the last 10 years, as I said. So there's a resurgence of the traditional chutney music. The chutney soca, which was very prominent at one stage, I saw that kind of going down a little bit. I'm talking about the original Chutney Soca, where there's no usage of any Bollywood melody or usage of any other melody. That type of Chutney Soca, original lyrics, mostly original rhythms and beats, and the melody was, usually an original melody as well, or at least a Chutney Soca melody that would have been used over the years. That type of Chutney Soca, we got a lot less than before. So that is something we have to, as an industry, I think we have to look at and see why, and try and determine why and what we could do to change that. It was good to see that again the usage of the Bollywood melodies also went down, right?
You find so?
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
There were a few songs that came out with the Bollywood melody, or Bollywood melodies, but they were far less than last year and the year before. So that, to me, was a very, very good thing. I know everybody's not going to be on the same page with us, but that to me is a very good thing. It shows that, as we go along, releasing music in this industry, as we go along listening and liking music, the feedback is going to the artists. The artists are getting the feedback, and I wish and I hope that it continues along this trend. So for me, in terms of the industry, in terms of what happened for the season, I saw a lot of positives with the music. We haven't turned the corner as yet, but I think we're on the right track.
Okay, so they got the message then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Definitely.
Because the thing is that you're saying that we're learning how to stand on our own 2 feet then.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which is very, very good, because remember, yourself, myself, we would hear things from different parts of society, and it's always so weird to me to listen to people who would say, all right, well, where's the problem with the Bolani or the Bollywood thing and the sing over and stuff? The thing is that it's not ours, it's like you're taking somebody else's stuff. And I mean, I could sound like a broken record, but the thing is that it does not take away the fact of what it is, right? So my whole thing is that I still really like some of them. Some of them are done really well. But the thing is that, do we really expect these songs to prop up the industry forever? Because then the industry is not going to grow. It's going to just stay on one level, and listeners are going to come out of the market, and then new people will come in. But then the same amount of people will come out, and then some people come in, but it does not step up and step up and step up. But from what you're saying is that we actually moving in the right direction, which is really, really good, which is, kind of departure from the song that you actually sent to me earlier today. We won't get into that because, we don't like to call names and stuff for the podcast, but at the same time, I believe today we're going to be dropping some names in a positive light though. And I think that's really important to do. Right. And because if somebody's doing something and we feel as though it's really good and it should be highlighted, or let's say if Big Daddy likes something and I mightn't be too fond of it or whatever. Yeah, okay, cool. Let's hear who it is and why. Because I think we all are entitled to our opinions, but at the same time, our whole focus for the podcast is to try to help the industry improve. So from our standpoints and vantage points, I would say, is that we are and have been in situations where we've learned a lot, we've experienced a lot in the industry, so we could definitely help. We've seen it from the artists, we see it from the fans, we see it from both from back then to now. We've worked together from long, long time ago. So we really know the industry very, very well. So we kind of have a good idea as to where it could go, what could help. Not saying that we know everything, but at the same time, just reminding you that is our focus here. It's not to cause any background and say, oh, well, this one with this one, or that one say this one about that. No, no, no. That takes the industry nowhere. If you want to listen
Mm-hmm.
to somebody else that does all of that, you could go right ahead and follow them
Yeah, yeah.
down that line. But for
Mm-hmm.
us, we're moving upward. We're doing our best to try to move up. So yeah, so
Yeah,
what you're
yeah.
saying, Big Daddy, is definitely stepping in the right direction. Whether they're listening to
Mm-hmm.
us or the fans or whoever else, I think it's a good thing because again, some of the Bollywood stuff is done really well. I like them, but we can't just expect the industry to just be propped up by these things because
But it's
what are we promoting? It's like you're promoting somebody else's song for them, and then worse yet, when you take the lyrics of one song and put your own thing on top of it, the amount of people who don't like that, you will not believe. Because the few
mm-hmm.
people that you think are liking it and talking to you and say, oh, I like that, right? You know how far they taking you. You should be able to do music that everybody, or at least the
Friends,
most amount of people will like. Yeah,
friends,
let's not go in.
family,
Let's not go into
the parlor down the road, yeah. But I can go
yeah,
as far as saying, that I believe this year was probably the best year in Chutney and Chutney Soca, Chutney overall in the last 12 to 15 years. I could go back as far as 15 years or so, or maybe even further back. I mean, I can't remember each year what were the releases in terms of the specifics. I would know the big tunes every year. But
yeah,
if you go back maybe 12, maybe 15 years or so, at least this year had the most amount of
big tunes.
originals. Yeah, big, not only big tunes. The big tunes
Originals,
came
is it?
from the traditional side, right?
Right.
And most of the traditional music were originals, right? Most of the releases were originals.
Mm.
Some of them we had a couple of covers of songs that were done before, but the fact that we're getting back to that side, and the fact that even if we regurgitate one or two of the traditional songs that were done years ago, at least we are going back in the right direction. That is the right direction. And yes, the Chutney Soca, as I said, we had a little less original releases in terms of Chutney Soca music as opposed to the
Right.
traditional. But
Okay.
overall, I think this season was probably the best in the last at least 12 to 15 years, at least, maybe even longer.
Right. Okay. So
Yeah.
yeah. So speaking about that now, maybe we should speak about some of the songs that we really enjoyed
Mm-hmm,
for the
mm-hmm.
season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. You want me to start or you want to start?
Yeah, you start because I know you have a real big favorite there.
Listen, since Chutney Soca Monarch semis, which I was privileged to attend, I was very grateful that I was able to get there because
Yeah.
I'm a South boy, so to come up to Port of Spain for anything is a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
task.
yeah.
But at the same time, I made the effort and I said, listen, I want to bounce up my brethren, Big Daddy, and I want to see what music is potentially going to enter the finals. So
Mm-hmm,
I
mm-hmm.
found myself up there. I park up in the mud and thing. I didn't mind. I go see. And I got there and I saw a performance from Arish Samar. And I was like, listen, pet rat. Now, if you just tell somebody what a song is about, they may either want to hear it or not. They may be interested in it or not, right?
Mm-hmm,
Just like
mm-hmm.
when someone asks me about visuals, I'm like, okay, I could tell you what the visual is, but you're not going to understand what it looks like until you see it.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's the same thing when I heard that song, but even more importantly, when I heard him deliver it, because
Mm-hmm,
I
mm-hmm.
think that Ari Samaru is a person that is someone you need to behold. You need to
Yeah,
see him, you
yeah.
need to hear him, and you need to just see his antics on stage. It's
Mm-hmm.
extremely entertaining. He has always
Yeah.
been one of my favorite artists because of the
Yeah.
way that he performs, the way that he sells himself. He doesn't have to pretend to be anyone. You don't put on no accent or nothing. He is just who he is. And especially his finals performance,
Don't forget the
he just,
laugh. The laugh too.
yeah, I can't do that. Like for the
Yeah.
finals, the man just stepped out of a rat hole.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like,
Yeah,
he just came out. I was like,
for real.
I don't know anybody else who could sell that than him. So he's
Mm-hmm,
very
mm-hmm.
good at selling himself. And I thoroughly enjoyed that Petrat's presentation for both the semis and the final. Because for the finals, now, Dread, listen, I have video of it, right? where the person portraying the rat is in a rat costume, and
Right.
the person is standing on the side of the stage.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's the cat now, which is humongous, towering over us.
Yeah.
It was right
Yeah.
next to me. So you've seen this really tall thing, right?
Mm-hmm,
And then
mm-hmm.
the rat is there. And then they say, okay, well, now is Are Samaru. The rat turns around and looks at me. Right? The rat looks at me and is like I have to play the music. And I'm like, I'm not starting there anything.
you
That has to
you
play any
telling
music.
yourself,
I
what are you
wasn't there
wrong
to
with
do
this
anything.
rap boy? What are you
Yeah, I was
wrong
like,
with this rap
what?
boy?
I was like, why is this rat telling me to play the music? Because I'm not sure if they could have seen the band or not. I don't think they could have seen the band.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And the rat just turned to me. I was like, okay.
Right,
I
right.
really enjoyed that one. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, Petrat was huge. There was a live version, a recorded live, on stage version that blew up first.
Ah,
And yeah, that's how it became. I mean,
a big tune.
well, it was a song. Okay, it was a song that Adish had done some years ago. I think his first album, he said he had actually done that in his first album, right?
Hmm.
And it wasn't a song that he really put out or marketed or pushed or anything like that. And he sing it sometimes in his live shows wherever he goes. So he sang that somewhere, and it was recorded. And the live recording got very popular on radio, very, very
Right,
popular on radio, right?
right.
And from that, he started to say, well, it was a song real popular. It wasn't really a song that I had as a hit before. Maybe I could have this song as my song for this year, as a release, so to speak, for this year. And he had that running, and then he went and recorded the studio version with same Rishi Gayadeen.
Yes.
That they just took it to another level, and everybody loved it even more. I'm gonna give props, as you say, in terms of the positive. The recorded version was done by DJ Felix, and I give him props because
Yeah.
he did a lot of recordings for a lot of the artists, and he was the catalyst this year. He's been doing this for the last 2-3 years, and he was the catalyst this year for Chutney, traditional Chutney, coming back to where it is now. He is one of the catalysts. He's probably the main catalyst because he pushes his traditional Chutney. He does a lot of those live recordings. People get a different sense of the artists from their performances, and he was really instrumental in making not only Petrat but other songs really, really popular.
Felix, right?
DJ Felix, yeah.
Yeah, listen.
As we call him, the little fella, DJ
The
Felix.
little fella. Listen,
Little
I
fella,
see him
yeah.
on some of his live streams, and you could tell that this man really loves his music.
Yeah,
like, there's
he
no
does.
doubt
He
about it.
does.
This man
Yeah.
loves his traditional.
He does.
For sure. Yeah, so big up
And
Felix.
he did the same thing with Damadol as well too. You understand?
Right, so
He did
let
the
me hear
same
about
thing with
Damadol. Waiting
Damadol.
about the Damadol.
Well, Damadol, I mean, it's so great to see that you have an English traditional Chutney song, right? The Petrat. Then you have the English mixed in with the Bhojpuri, which is the Damadol, which did really, really well as well. I really love that song as well. The elements are almost the same, but of course, mixture of Bhojpuri, mixture of English. Really, really love it. Everybody loved it, as you know. And then, I mean, we have another song which also brings together the soca and the Chutney side, and probably it was the song that the whole nation knew as the Chutney song that is the biggest song for across the board, the nation, the entire Trinidad and Tobago. If it's one song they had to pick as a song that they knew, all markets, it would have to be the Lady Lava and Ravi B. So we had 3 different types of traditional kind of songs that really did well, which is good, which is really, really good.
So you say that the Lady Lava and Ravi B, as we used to say a long time, crossover.
Yeah, it crossover. Yeah, yeah.
It
Everybody knew the
translated
song to the
well.
point where
Yeah,
they
yeah.
could have sing it. You go to a soca fete, they knew it, they could have sing it. You go, of course, that Chutney event, they could have sing it. You go anywhere down the road, bar, pub, wherever, everybody knew it. Everybody could have sing it, which is tremendous for the industry.
Nice too bad. And I think
Yeah.
that it got that sort of popularity because of the collaboration between the types of
Hmm.
artists and well who
Yeah.
they were. First of all, the
Yeah.
song was really good. Hands down. The song
Yeah.
was really good. But then
Hmm.
because of the scale of these artists that, performed and sang the song, I think that added. But then the next thing now, like just for what it is, you have to say two sides. Because
Hmm.
soca and chutney, soca is one thing, chutney is another thing. You have chutney soca, which is part of chut, right?
Yeah.
I'm saying that.
Hmm.
But then now you could take both worlds and mix it together.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
with other local elements inside of there too, right? You have this amazing mix of these artists, the music, the song itself is great. And I just find as though that's a really good recipe to be able to have a hit song that you could sell, you could promote, you could carry it out there for people to
Yeah.
enjoy. And that's
Hmm.
something that is theirs. Like that's something that you could promote. You know,
Hmm. Yeah.
Honestly speaking, how much of that Bologna could we promote like full scale? Can we go to the Ministry of Tourism or whatever they call it now and say, yes, well, I have a remake of this. You could put it on one of your ad for me. I'm not sure. I'm not saying I don't work there. I don't make the decisions, but I'm just saying, can we really do that? Is that within the scope or not that these artists are looking at? So again, I'm telling you, I really enjoy some of those covers, but at the same time, what's the scope of it? Because
Yeah.
I don't want to hear somebody crying down and saying, "Oh well, there's no opportunities for me. There's no this, there's no that, whatever." But the thing is that you have to learn music is not music, it is music business. And we have to
Yeah.
understand
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
business part
And we
of it.
keep saying that, huh? We keep saying
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, because it is business. The thing is that
Hmm.
you are taking your time and your efforts, your creativity, your artistry, and you are putting it out there for people to enjoy. You're supposed to get something back. Sometimes it's
Hmm.
not even money. It could be popularity. It could be a song that
Growth.
helps so many people here. It's something that could
Yeah.
help the world people.
Market
It could be,
growth.
yeah. It could even be
Hmm.
a song about like anything that's possible. It could be a song for a television show. It could be a song for a
Hmm.
movie. It could be anything. The thing
Yeah.
is that whatever you record, I mean, separately from the covers. And again, I'm not, you know, ponging on the covers or anything. But the thing is that we need to start looking at the scope because you cannot exist and you do not exist as an artist, as just an individual. You are part of an
Hmm.
industry. And because the
Yeah.
industry is this big, and if we only have one set of thing, it's not going to get this bigger. So if we have more and more original content, it will just get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger
I,
and
I,
bigger. Because
I
that
did
is the
try.
amount of stuff that we could promote, that we could sell, that we could offer to the world and say, okay, this is ours. So that again, that's just my 2 cents. So
The
don't take it the
chutney,
wrong way. That's just what it is.
the chutney balloon, the chutney
The chutney
balloon,
balloon. And yeah,
balloon, balloon.
you were speaking about events and stuff before,
Mm-mm.
right? And how about that? We know that we
Well,
have some events that becoming, like as you said to me, are becoming mainstays.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
what do you think about that? What's
Well, I
what's getting
mean,
big out there? Because
should
long time we
should
have been
we?
accustomed to like triangle and thing, but just have a fete and a party and yeah, this weekend is so and so, this band, that band,
Yeah,
whatever, whatever,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Right?
Well,
But then
should we
now
mention
we
them
have
by?
some I say
I
go
think
for it
mention them by name.
because
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Because the thing is that, we're not fighting on anybody at all. If
Yeah.
somebody's doing something good that in our opinion is positive, I don't see
All
any
right.
reason why we shouldn't talk about them.
Yeah. Well, the two mainstay events that I am seeing now that we've had for a few years. One maybe 2 or 3 years. The other one is been around for I think at least a decade or
Mhm.
more. I can't remember the milestone that they celebrated in the last one. The two events are Coachella and Choka. Those two events are becoming more and more popular. Coachella is the one that's around 2 or 3 years, and I think Choka is around 10 years, 10 or 12 years, something like that. and there's talk of more coming within the calendar of events. There's talk of one or two at least coming, being added to the calendar events, and maybe one that used to be there coming back. I know there was a teaser with
Huh?
Mr. Randy Glasgow teasing that, Chutney Brass might come back, or
Eh.
Chutney Land. Yeah. So if that comes back, that was one of the biggest. So it's good to see that we're seeing positive signs with the events, holding their own, and people attending these events and showing that Chutney, there are outlets there, there are platforms there, and they're not, everything is not imploding and just getting to a point where there's no avenue for Chutney. There are a few avenues. There may be more coming out soon, more opening up soon, and that is a very, very that's a big positive that I saw this year as well.
Yeah, that's something that is definitely a positive step, because I've actually had the pleasure of performing at Coachella before. And the
Right.
way how the event is handled is not just like a normal thing. First of all, the location, right? It's very nice, different. It's not known for having fets or anything like that. Because that's the Cricket
The
Academy.
the National Cricket Academy in Cuba.
Yeah, National Cricket in Cuba. So
Yeah.
different kind of location. I only know about like just a few events that are held there per year. So I don't know of any big set of events happening there all the time. So it's a kind of a unique location, first of all. Second thing is that the way how the show is done, it's just executed in a really nice way because of the types of artists that are performing. You have soca artists, you have chutney artists, you have like Kesty Band performs, and of course it's Delina Dan. And it's done really, really nicely. The stage is cool. Again, just the whole ambience of the place, really top of the line. Everybody that I met there enjoys themselves. So I say, yeah, well done. Excellent.
I
They don't know.
have to make mention of Ravi B also has a signature event every year in Sangre Grande. I can't remember the name of the event, but that has also been there for a few years and growing as well.
I haven't gotten a chance to check that one out. Have you?
Yeah. I know. I never went to that one, but it seems to be another one of those sold out events every year.
Time to put on your dancing shoes, boy, Big Daddy. You gotta put your dancing shoes and head up in the Grande.
You mean ma go on for and do by the time 12 o'clock reach, I'm like, okay, I need to sleep.
You mean your bedroom slippers?
Yeah.
You put your bedroom slippers and head down. Ravi and them, they won't have no problem with that. They say, yeah, come in.
Bodo.
They say, Bodo, head up inside there, you understand?
Yeah.
So it's really nice to see that there are some chutney events that are holding their own now. So now, if we get a few more out to the mix, let's make something a little more. Maybe these are the events where artists, whether it be from soca, zest, Trinidad, chutney, could come together, meet backstage, because I could tell you that's where a lot of the collaborations come from, just by meeting people that you wouldn't ordinarily meet. So when these artists come in a highly charged and energetic area, be it like backstage of an event, you're sure something could happen, and people could say, hey, I really like this song that you did, and whatever, and say, hey, you want to work together? And it just happens right there. And sometimes even the producers of these songs are right there, and they say, hey, well, let's do some work now, look so and so, let's talk to them, whatever. I could tell you as a fact that is what happens as well, in a big way. I actually had the... What's that?
I know you see that like on a regular, like every year. So many people talking about doing songs together. You probably have hundreds of those experiences.
Well, I'll tell you about something that happened last year. And an artist was telling me, okay, they're going to be performing at Coachella. And they said, hey, well, I would like to do a song with this one. And I want Kes to sing on it too. And I want to probably approach this one. I'm like, well, here's what's going on. First of all, you need to attend the event. You have to get there on time, right? Second thing, you need to go and speak with these people yourselves, right? Don't rely on me or somebody else to say, hey, meet this one and meet that one. No, you need to be able to seek your interest. right?
Yeah.
Don't rely or depend on people to do that for you, right?
Yeah.
Unless you pay them to be your manager or something, right? They can probably
Hmm.
do that for you. But if you don't have that facility, then you need to put in the work. You need to go and find these people. Let's say if you want to do a collaboration with Marshall, go and find
Hmm.
Marshall, go and
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
on the same show with them. Then that will
Hmm.
kind of prove to them, okay, you are of that caliber. That,
Yeah.
okay, I was hired for this event. Listen to my tune. Here it is. You like it? You want to do
Hmm.
a remix or you want us to work together and make a brand new song? Yeah, no scene. Listen, I've been not even at backstage areas. I've been in airports where people artists just meet up and things just start happening like that. The
Yeah.
thing is that you need to reach out and have a vibe with these people. I have seen where that happens a lot. That
Yeah.
people just meet up in an airport or they collecting their suitcase, simple things, right? You just there and you waiting for your suitcase going around in a conveyor belt. I was like, hey, that's my suitcase. Hey, what you saying, boy? So and so thing. Hey, was he seen, boy? So and so. Hey, this is your bag, boy. What? I didn't know suitcases come in this color. All right, cool, cool, cool. And then you're just having a time and talking about this. And just from mutual admiration, an artist will hit it off with the other one and say, so and so, and you could probably do something like this. Yeah, and I used to listen to this one long time. Serious? All right, cool. And just artists becoming friends. That's how a lot of these collaborations come about.
Yeah.
So I would encourage any artist, Chutney, Soca, anybody, try and reach out and collaborate, meet some people, talk to some people. You shouldn't just exist in your own little silos and just do your own thing on your own. And yeah, that's cool. If you could do that, well, okay, great, lovely. You don't need to listen to me. But at the
Yeah.
same time, if you'd like to, as Captain Planet would say, by ours, powers combined, right? If you all come together and you do something, well, yeah, you could probably reach where Ravi B and Lady Lava are going to reach this year because
Yeah.
it's going to, we're not even halfway done with the years yet. So we could
Yeah.
imagine what type of stages and performances they're going to put on.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So
Yeah.
from that, Big Daddy, let's talk about what's happening now in the industry. When it comes to the music releases, what are you hearing?
Well, I mean, we've kind of gotten to the point where it's gone back to what usually happens after Carnival, where we get a lot of Bollywood covers. You get close to 95, maybe even up to 99% Bollywood covers. You wouldn't get any, maybe one chutney every few months, one chutney every couple months kind of thing. And, we had discussed that and we were looking at the industry to see, how it would change, if it would change after Carnival, if we might get to the point where we get more chutney releases. But as of now, the last few weeks since Carnival is over, we've gotten so many, from a radio perspective, so many Bollywood releases, cover releases. So it's really gone back to just expecting covers and getting more and more covers. And not only that, of course, if a song is popular, you're getting 3 and 4 and 5 versions. So far, we haven't had that mega, ultra, humongous bomb of a popular tune where you get 10 and 12 versions so far. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. But I wouldn't write it. I wouldn't write it off, right? I wouldn't put it out of the spectrum of what I expect to get in the next few months, because I know there will be a song that everybody love and everybody say, I could do a better version. My version could be like this, and I can add that, and I got that.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you. That's what I wanted to ask you. I want to ask you, what is that song right now? What's the biggest tune right
now? As of now, I don't think there is that mega bomb of a tune right now. Because Bollywood itself, the last 2-3 Bollywood hits in terms of the movies, they have not really had, can't remember the last one was probably Sayara, or maybe, if you look at like this movie Durandar, right?
Yeah.
Which is big, and then Durandar 2 is coming out. In between those couple of movies, there was really no song that everybody tried to cover. So we anticipate that there may be one, but I can't see that happening as of now, but sometime in the future, bet your bottom dollar it will happen.
Okay, so let's say Durandar, right?
Yeah.
What's the biggest song from Durandar?
2 or 3 of them are the title song. People like forgive me, I can't remember all of them off the top of my head.
So all I wanted to kind of just guide you on, so like you would have told me what you felt as though would be the biggest song. So what I just want to say is, artists, don't sing anything from that movie. Just don't do it. Just if you're thinking about it, just stop. just stop and don't do it.
Yeah.
Because again, what you all are doing is that you are giving us as the listeners your song, and it's not. And then somebody else, just like you, is going to give you their song. So what are you gonna do? Let's say artist A does a cover. Artist B says, well, I could do that too. Who is me? And I could do that. All right. Then they do that. And then listeners have to say, well, here is something from artist A. Right. So, oh, and here's another version by artist B. You as a person, you tell me, is that the type of radio you want to listen to? Or is it that you're just into yourself and you're business? Well, if you're business, then don't expect people to business with you. That's a piece of reality I want to share with you, right? If you don't show that you care about you, don't expect anybody else to care more than you. Just remember that, right?
Yeah.
Take my little advice. Just
very
think
true.
about that, right?
Very, very true.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, Big Daddy, if you don't study yourself and don't put yourself out there in a certain way, then who's going to do it for you? Nobody, right?
Yeah, true. Very true. You're on point there, bro.
That's right. If you don't drive the car, don't expect to reach.
but bet your bottom dollar, we could have a bet here right now. I'm sure within the next few months, all that talk, we just get them there. There's going to be that one song that everybody likes, and everybody that one song, and then you'll get the usual, as you just said as well. I have my track to release, and then I have my new song to release, and I have my new track to release. And here's my new song. I hope all like it. And here's my new video for my new song. I hope all like it.
Listen, you would actually stand a better chance by saying this is my cover of the song. I could respect that. Because that means that you respect that is coming from another creator. You didn't create that. You could sing over your own lyrics, whatever. If you take in somebody else's melody, it's not yours. Right? So if you could be respectful enough to say, okay, this is my cover of this song and thing. All right, I quicker respect that. But at the same time, if 10 people come and do that now, it's still the same problem.
Yeah.
So artists, please, I know some of you all are very much cover singers, right? Some people rely on and put forward the covers. I cool with that, But the thing is that, are we expecting the industry to sustain itself, move forward and grow, not even move forward, to grow from where it is right now, if we continue doing this? Because if we only studying ourselves, then we might say, all right, I could get this, but then because somebody else have another version, they getting somebody attention that you should be getting if you did an original song. So then you're just trying to get this, but it's not coming because somebody else grabbing a piece of it. And then 5 more of the same song come out, and then it's like, oh, I've less to grab. What's going on here? Why this happening to me? With my song? No. Hard luck. Everybody else is working hard and writing their own songs in every other industry. Even the local rock industry. Even people singing rock locally, they're writing their own songs, right? So, come on, let's work a little harder. And again, I really like somebody covers, but at the same time, if you expect you and 10 other people to do over the same song, what do you expect? You just watering down yourself. So I that's just my feedback. And not mine alone, right? I'm sure if I post this clip here now on Facebook, I have a million people. But okay, probably not a million, right? But I don't have that kind of clout, right?
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people will agree with me, right? Because we're not just talking for ourselves here now. We're speaking
But
because we hear from other people as well. And the other thing is that we come from backgrounds where we have a lot of experience as people in the industry, where we could listen to people who are enjoying the music or not, as well as speak with the artists and bands and people involved as well. So we stand in a very nice position where we could hear from all the different sides. And
yeah,
then I, being a person that has worked in predominantly soca music for a long time, I hear a lot of what they would say about Chutney and the whole industry.
Mhm.
And yes, admittedly so, they might broad brush everybody, but don't expect them to not do that if most of the industry is just doing the wrong thing. You
Yeah.
understand?
And the thing is, I've started getting different, like, people approaching me, artists who release these cover versions. I would actually ask them, like, well, there are other versions of this song out from before, or sometimes there's a song that somebody might do that was done 10 years ago by other artists in Trinidad, right? Or 15 years ago. And I'd say, but that song is like a classic cover version that everybody knows. Why are
Yes.
you going and doing this song over again? Well, I feel I could add something different, and I want to do my own version. And my version is for me to sing out there, and then I just get lost. After that, they kind of lose me after that, because basically you're just doing it as part of your repertoire, but would you need to record something to have a song that you're singing live on stage? Think about it. Would you
Yes.
really need to
Yes. That's actually a point that I wanted to raise. But I mean, very quickly, the artists are now looking at themselves as DJs. If you
Mhm.
feel as though you need to refresh something, that's what
Yeah.
DJs do now. You take
Yeah,
something
I
that's
know.
old
I know.
and you remix it, right? So like
Yeah.
I remix music too, but I'm not going out there and selling it as mine, right?
Exactly.
I'm not getting any
Exactly.
money for it, right? I
Yeah.
just do that to make me. That's actually for my enjoyment, but also
Mhm.
it's part of what I teach, so that I can
Yeah.
help people learn how to make original music by making something or remixing something that has already been created. But that's a
Yep.
different thing. When it comes to somebody who actually sings, you have the chance to create something new. You have the chance to, let us hear your creativity. And your
Mhm.
creativity, it just can't be singing over somebody other thing. Again, not saying anything about cover artists or artists who do predominantly covers. But the whole industry doing that, or at least most of it, is kind of weird. And we can't really expect to, if you only plant one orange tree and it just that orange plant just making oranges, you
Mhm.
can't expect to have a whole garden with a whole heap of other things. You can't expect to pick grapes from the orange tree. And
I
you
don't
could
know.
only pick so much orange from the orange tree.
I don't know of any other industry in the entire world that is so dependent on covers. That is it's just predominantly covers, and without the covers, you would probably lose 95% of the releases from the industry. I don't know any other industry like that. Unless I am mistaken, I think this is the only industry like that.
Yeah, let's leave that there for now.
Yeah.
Because, we'll get some feedback on this episode and someone will say, "Oh, you're bad talking this thing again." Uh-huh. Okay. Well, can I ask you a question? What is bad talking something? Have you never heard about, some sort of critical analysis or constructive feedback? Maybe from some people who have experience over quite a number of years in the music industry. All right, if that doesn't matter to you from us, okay, no problem. That's fine. Okay, you can go right ahead and enjoy your day, right? But
Enjoy it.
enjoy your day. I wish you all the best. Yeah,
But
cool.
yeah,
There's no scene. Not everybody going to like you. Not everybody going to like me. Not everybody going to like he or she or whoever. But the thing is that, and again, it's not like we have all the wealth of experience and knowledge, but we have plenty. So that's why we even doing this show, right? We not just, I have work to do, but I'm taking my time to make sure we put something out there that will hopefully be beneficial and helpful to somebody else, right? So even if you need our help or advice, or you want to run a song by one of us or something, no scene, something, let me hear it, or something, I'm cool with that. But at the same time, we're here to try and help it. If you want to stay small-minded and not help, okay, that's fine. Have a nice day.
Yep. I concur and I second that.
Yes, very good. So well, that's about it for this episode. Thanks, Santing.
Yeah, thanks, Santing, to you too for your time and thing.
Yes, of course. My pleasure, DJ Big Daddy.
Yes. Okay. I don't know what to call it. What title could I give you?
You just talk, Nama. You just say
Mr. Do It All in the entertainment world.
Nah. I don't sing. I teach.
Okay, yeah.
Besides I travel.
Besides singing.
Hard. Yeah. If you see me working at a show, you might see me dancing. Not as a professional, just because I'm enjoying what I am doing. That's all.
Nice. Very good. Very good. That's what we talked about. Yeah.
Oh, just by the way, I actually have some clips from Chutney Soca Monarch semis, which was very entertaining. I have a few from the Chutney Soca Monarch finals. So if you all would like to see some of that from a backstage perspective, let us know. And we'll probably edit up a couple clips and show them to you in the next episode.
So nice.
So let us know if that's something, if you all want to see that.
So nice. That's so nice.
Now, again, it's like really from like the backstage perspective. So don't expect to see the front of the artist.
You're seeing the artist, them dunya.
You see the artist back and back of the head.
You see the artist dunya.
You see the dancers. You see the band. You see all of that. But some very entertaining stuff all at the same time. But if you want us to share some of that and some of those clips, let us know and we will get those out to you in
very
the next
nice
episode.
I like that.
So
I like that.
From the back perspective. Good quality though. Yeah, really good quality. Yeah,
you didn't get my good side. You take the bad side.
You didn't get me the good side. All this nice gangrene I put on here. I only watching the back. I can't reach in front. I can't stand up in front of them. Yeah. Hi, Big Daddy. This was nice. Episode 9. That's a wrap. Thank you so very much for locking on and tuning in. We'll see you all next time.
Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.